All right, let's talk about the P1 fire panel. We're going to break this whole thing down and turn what looks like a complex machine into a super simple guide. This is especially for you, the folks holding down the fort on the night shift.
So picture this. It's 3 in the morning, everything's quiet, and then bam, a blaring alarm just rips through the silence. It's a scenario we all dread, right? But don't worry, by the end of this, you'll know exactly what to do step by step. And here it is, the P1 Fire Alarm Control Panel. I know, it looks a little intimidating with all the lights and buttons, but think of it less like a scary machine and more like your information hub in an emergency. It has all the answers, and we're going to decode it together. Okay, let's just dive right in. The good news is you don't have to be an expert on every single switch here. We're going to focus on just a few key lights that tell you pretty much everything you need to know about what's happening.
First up, the most important one you'll see, the red fire alarm indicator. If this light is on, that's our #1 priority. It means a sensor somewhere has detected a potential fire. This is our signal for immediate action.
Next, you've got this yellow trouble indicator. Now, this is really important. This is not a fire alarm. This is just the system's way of raising its hand and saying, hey, I need some attention over here. It could be a wiring problem, a power issue, something's up with the system itself.
And this is what's really interesting. These zone indicators literally pinpoint the location for you. They tell you exactly where the alarm was triggered, which, saves a ton of crucial time when it really matters.
So now that we've got the key indicators down, let's walk through our first and most critical scenario, a real full-on fire alarm. What do you do?
It's really just 3 simple things to check right away. 1, is that red fire alarm light on? 2, which zone number is lit up? That's your location. And 3, is that loud, impossible to ignore alarm going off? That's it. Those 3 things give you the whole picture. And this slide right here brilliantly illustrates your exact responsibilities. On the do side, you notify your supervisor immediately. You go to that zone to check things out, and most importantly, you make sure you are safe. Now look at the don't column, because it's just as important. You do not reset the system, you do not touch the power, and you definitely do not start messing with wires. Now, what about those tricky situations? Like, what if a bunch of steam or dust from a machine sets off the alarm? But by the time you get there, it's totally gone. The alarm is still blaring, but there's no hazard. What then? Well, even if you think it's all clear, the rule is exactly the same. You report it as cleared but not reset, and then you just wait for someone who's authorized to handle it. You never, ever press the reset button yourself or just assume it's a false alarm. Let the pros make that call. Okay, let's move on to our second scenario. This time, you hear a buzzer from the panel, but there's no big red fire light. This is a whole different ballgame.
And again, it's just a simple 3-step check that tells you everything. 1, is the yellow trouble light on? 2, are you only hearing that little buzzer at the panel, not the main alarm? And 3, just glance at the power and battery lights. This combo tells you it's a system fault, not a fire.
So in this case, your job is to be a good witness. You just record what's going on, the time, which lights are on, and then you report it. Let your supervisor or the day shift maintenance folks know. That's it. You're not trying to fix anything, just reporting the facts. So we've covered a lot of detail, right? The red alert, the yellow trouble light. But after all that, what's the one thing you absolutely have to remember? What's the core takeaway here? Honestly, it all comes down to this simple little mantra. Check, report, protect. Your role isn't to be a technician or a hero. It's to be the first line of safety. You check the panel, you report what you find, and you protect yourself and the situation. And this is exactly why this stuff matters so much. Following these rules keeps not just you safe, but your colleagues, the whole facility, everyone. Your mission is to check and report and leave the rest to the authorized folks. It's that simple. And that brings us to our final, most important thought. If you're ever unsure, if you're ever standing in front of that panel and you're just not quite sure what's going on, the answer is always, always the same. Report it. You can never go wrong by reporting something. Your awareness is the best safety tool we have.